We're using the word graffiti so much, and for a few years when Rob Ford was in office and graffiti was being pulled down, it was being whitewashed everywhere, I didn't want to use that word. I wanted to use the word murals or aerosol. Now, there's nothing wrong with the word graffiti. It is what it is. It's talking about tags, vandalism, but as well as like beautiful full color productions. But that word was just so taboo to me because owners are being asked to pay for their work, even if they had commissioned the art. It was being asked to be removed or being ticketed. And if they didn't remove it themselves, they'd have to pay for it to be removed. And it just was so problematic. Like, I lost so much work as an artist. And there was many years that I never was asked to do any commissions like on people's property. But while this was going on, my concern was more with the property owners that called Toronto home. They're being asked to remove their personal touch of their, on their home or their residence. Communities that have gotten together, like the graffiti community and the hip hop community, that we've put together these festivals and beautified everybody's, laneway. We weren't getting paid for that. We had to, pay a fee to get, we got cans. Sometimes we got t-shirts, and we'd all be wearing the same t-shirts while we were painting, which is really cool. And I mean, of course, there's graffiti. There will always be graffiti. It's the most primal form of expression, I think. And it's, it's vandalism, but it's graffiti art. So, you take the good with the bad, but that's not what was being targeted by this, this bill. And what I did was I created a painting that was my rebuttal to this situation, and it's called The Evolution of Graffiti and Revolt, showing that, graffiti starts off as a tag on a wall, but it gets painted over, it gets tagged on. There's throw-ups, like full color, like, two-color pieces that will happen, and just like the layers of graffiti that will eventually be a full-color production that gets painted over. I'm sure you've seen like the Keel Wall along Dundas, and that gets painted every year, and it just gets better and better. And that's the natural evolution of graffiti. But then there comes the whitewashing, and then comes the revolt. So you're going to start right back where you began with the vandalism. So that's what my painting is about. That was my rebuttal. Times are different now, and Toronto has totally embraced graffiti culture and street art and public art of many forms, which is great. You can totally see the changes like every time you're in the city.